Hey, what is up, spiritual hooligan? Your life is a function of the perspective that you have about existence. And when you shift your perspective, you suddenly are more brave. You're more outgoing. You'll do things that you wouldn't do before. And what you're going to find is the vast majority of the things that are holding you back are dogmatic in nature, meaning they're not provable. You can't prove them, I can't prove them, no one can prove them, but you still believe them. Today, I want to begin a journey with you where we take on a series of enlightened perspectives. These are nothing more than dogmatic perspectives. Nobody knows if they're true or they're real, but when you believe them, when you operate like they are true, it opens up your peace, it opens up your joy, and it produces an amazing result. Quiet mind, epic life. My name is Matthew Ferry, and I am bringing you your daily enlightenment. It's your moment to pause, to slow down, to get connected to enlightened perspectives. I want to help you to quiet your mind and restore your peace. Now, like I said in the intro, what you believe about life and people in the world and what you believe about yourself, these are not true beliefs. They're not real. Yet it doesn't stop you from believing them. It doesn't stop you even from defending them. And what I did in my career as a person devoted to figuring out how to be at peace is I began to put these things to the test. And specifically, I put them to a muscle test. And muscle testing is a very, very interesting thing because when you muscle test things, you're not testing to see if something is true or false. I mean, essentially, you've seen it on some of my other videos or some of my other daily enlightenments. You see that at my live events or with my clients or whatever, we have you put your arm out and we press on your arm after we make a statement. And the most curious thing happens. There are statements that strengthen you that you don't believe. And there are statements that you do believe that weaken you. And over the years, what I've started to realize is that if you believe things that actually cause the body to be weakened and malfunctioned, you're weak and you're malfunctioning. It's so simple. And if you believe things that strengthen you and fortify you, you're strong and you're fortified. And if we just look at it from a pure survival standpoint, what we see is that when you are strong, when you are strengthened, the mind does not need to kick in to protect you. And when you are weakened, the mind must kick in to protect you. So over the years, what I've done is put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of statements to the test, maybe thousands, I don't know, but I'm going to just say hundreds for now. Looking for those ideas, those contextual frameworks that are dogmatic in nature, they're not provable. You don't know, I don't know, nobody knows. Looking for those things that strengthen the system and then doing experiments and discovering, well, what happens if you live your life like this statement is true? The way I like to say it is if you're going to make things up, you might as well make things up that empower you and empower your body. So this is not about being good or bad or right or wrong. It's about feeling and living. So I want to take you through a series of statements today. In fact, over the next few videos, I'm going to take you through some statements. And I talk about these in my book, Quiet Mind, Epic Life. But I wanted to make sure that I share them with you. I don't know if you know this or not, but part of what I'm committed to in this 51st year of life on the planet is to get every damn thing that I believe and see and that I've been working on out into the world completely free for everybody to have. And then if you want to buy stuff from me, you can do that too. But I want to get it all out, so here we go. This tests strong. You are a soul. That tests strong. Which is an aspect of the infinite energy and information in the universe. That tests strong. That energy and information is moving from unmanifest potential into manifested form. That tests strong. So I'm just going to say the whole statement again. because it's not a statement that we can prove. Now, some of these things have a scientific perspective to them, but I want you to just take this whole thing in. You are a soul, which is an aspect of the infinite energy and information in the universe that is moving from unmanifest potential to manifested form. So I'd like to just say, hey, good to see you again. You are this potential coming into form. And that potential then degrades and goes back into the base state, and then it comes back into form again. Here's number 2. You chose to come to Earth. You chose to come to Earth. That tests strong. Now, I don't know what it means exactly, neither do you. We can make up stories if we want, and here's the key. Make up stories that strengthen you. Because you can't prove it, I can't prove it, and anything that you give me, any evidence, any ideas, it's all conjecture. Number 3, you keep coming back to Earth, incarnating as a human being to have experiences. This tests strong. Now, I was raised as a Christian, as a Catholic, and so, once you were dead, that was it, right? You got to live. And at the end, you got judged. You either went to a bad place or a good place. It was really, really simple. But the Eastern methodologies, the Eastern belief systems believe in this recycling of the energy, and that the soul is this infinite thing and it keeps coming back and incarnating. And I thought that was curious. I put all these things to the test. And what we found is that over and over and over, no matter what your beliefs are, it tests strong. You keep coming back to have an experience. This also tests strong. When you are everything and nothing at the same time, being something is interesting. So it's a perspective, let's call it, of the soul. Here's the 4th thing that I wanted to share with you. You choose the general circumstances of your life before you incarnate as a human being. This tests strong, the general circumstances. Now, it doesn't test strong that your life is predetermined, but it does test strong that you are somehow participating in the setup of how the game is going to be played. It's like, put these things on the thing and then put me in it and see what happens. Now, that metaphor that I'm using there is a strengthening muscle test, which doesn't mean that it's true. It just means that you're strengthened by it. And when you begin to adopt things that strengthen you, when you begin to live your life in that way, your mind goes quiet. And when your mind goes quiet, your abilities are activated. Your curiosity, your openness, your creativity. It's incredible what happens. This also tests strong. You choose a few negatives that you believe will make your life more interesting. So think about that. Next time a negative occurs, maybe you have the perspective, I wonder if I chose this before I came to make things more interesting. It's a strengthening concept. It's a enlightened perspective. And then finally, the last one is both positive and negative experiences are equally valued by the soul. Both positive and negative experiences are equally valued by the soul. You want to start to relate to the world like, if I'm infinite and I'm a soul and I have chosen to incarnate as a body and I'm here to experience, and that's it, not learn lessons. What would I be learning? I'm infinite. I'm here to experience. If I adopt that framework and I begin to look at positive experiences, negative experiences, they're both experiences. They're equally valued by the soul. If I begin to operate in that way, how does it change things? And that's what I want to know. How does it change your life if you begin to adopt these perspectives? What do you do differently? How do you operate? Who do you just forgive? What do you let go of? Leave me a comment below. I want to hear from you. My name is Matthew Ferry, author of Quiet Mind, Epic Life. And I would love it if you would like this daily enlightenment, if you would leave me a comment, if you would share it with other people. That would make this video, this audio, expand and get out there into the world, and that could make a difference. I make a new video or audio every single day, so it'd be great if you would subscribe. You could also come join us in the Spiritual Hooligans Facebook group. Just ask to be in, answer a few questions, we'll let you in. Thanks again for tuning into this daily enlightenment.